Hello, I'm Raw today. I want to check how much used clothes would cost if I sold them. I occasionally sell things like used clothes that I no longer need on Yahoo, but I basically sell items that couldn't be sold on 2nd Street at Seacast. I wonder how many times 2nd Street does it a year. They're doing something like a buy-up campaign, and if there's progress nearby, it's basically easy for people to buy at a high price at such a timing. So I'm selling it at that time to make money. I sell it to fun when I buy something new next time. This time I'm selling summer things. I'm gonna sell it around here. One of the attractions of used clothes for me is the high resale value. Honestly, it's okay anywhere, Uniqlo or wherever. If you sell a brand new brand now, it's immediately available at Seacast. It's the same with any other brands. If you sell it there, I think it wouldn't even be priced at 1/10. For example, even if you bring a t-shirt that you bought for 2,000 yen with the tag still on, it depends on the item. If it's a limited edition, then it might be different. Basically, if you bought it for 2,000 yen, I don't think it will cost 2,000 yen. That's the kind of thing possible with second-hand clothes. Of course, the fact that second-hand clothes can sell for a high price is one of the biggest attractions for me. In reality, what's actually sold and no longer needed are unsold items. I'm considering checking how much it sells for and the price difference with what I actually paid for it. This type of t-shirt around here, this American-made Fruits of the Loom, a piece called Big Mama, it's single stitched. Probably around here I bought it for about 1,000 yen. I wonder how these vintage tees are doing. I still sell winter items, but summer ones. Going to sell quite a bit. It's been a while vintage around here. I don't wear it at all anymore. In this condition, it is pretty good, and it's single stitched, and so on. This was quite a long time ago. Around this time last year I bought this at a second-hand clothing festival. This t-shirt cost about 1,000 yen. I don't seem to wear it around here either, so I'm thinking of selling it. There are some vintage tees here and there, such as this one. Things like a 1-2 body from Champion. I remember their prices when I bought them. I guess I'll check the difference in prices. It would be nice if it could be sold for a lot around here jerseys. So in my mind, the image is the price I bought it for example, 1,000 yen. This can be sold for 500 yen, right? I have this t-shirt. When did I buy it, I wonder? Probably 5 or 6 years ago I went to America on my honeymoon, and at that time I went to the Rose Bowl flea market, said to be the largest in America. It's in Los Angeles. I think this is what I bought there at that time. I bought it for 1,000 yen and could resell it for 500 yen. So it's as if it disappeared for 1,000 yen over the course of 5 years. New clothes do not really hold the same sort of resale value. So in that sense, used clothes are really cheap, I believe. Not just because they're cheap, but because they maintain their value, even if made in America, or something that's trendy, or just something that's popular can be totally fine too. Of course, it's important to carefully choose and coordinate. If you look at it in terms of resale, it's insanely cheap for new clothes. Unfortunately, if you buy them for 500 yen, and even if they don't become worth a yen, once you stop using them, they become trash. With used clothes, many are still priced solidly. So I think this is a great thing about used clothes. In a way, I think all clothes shine in that area. T-shirts are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6. I don't know what this is like. Do you know Mr. M's? It's called Going Steady. Tank Band. This is the original t-shirt from that time. I'm a little worried about this area because it's a part where the evaluation is quite divided. People who like it really like it. $1.6. Okay, this t-shirt is 25 points. I don't know how much this will cost, but if I did, I might not sell it all. I wish I could tell you that it will be about this t-shirt 25 points. Also, when you sell seasonal Sikast, it's better to sell it because you care about the season. It's important in the apparel industry to know when this is called Sikast or when the store you go to sell it wants to sell. It's not something we don't need right now, it's someone we want to sell it to. It's very important to give them what they want. For example, I think that everyone doesn't need to have completely put away their autumn and winter things now. You can't go out and sell it now, even if it's a good thing that can be beaten and sold at a very low price. Well, that's roughly the standard for If you sell such a thing at the time when the select shop switches, it is easy for people to buy it at a high price. If it's a winter thing, it's going to be sold in the next fall and winter in August. From midsummer to about August, everyone starts to go wild and start wearing long sleeve clothes and autumn and winter things as new products start judging summer clothes on sale. I think it's very important to sell new products here and there for the fall of September and January. That's about the timing when we do the buy-up sale or something like that, and I buy winter clothes in August. I feel like I would want to start selling winter clothes around August or September. As for summer clothes, maybe from March or April, I think I'll start selling them. Then, this time there happens to be a buy-up sale, maybe I will go and try it. I feel like the timing is just about right. I wonder if they'll pay a high price for them. If it's cheap, maybe I should just buy it all. Maybe try to sell it next year. Paying attention to when to sell might be a good idea. A t-shirt came out. Here is a vintage shirt I don't wear, pure white. so nice. This one, this is chain stitched. I bought this one for about 80,000 yen. I wonder how much it will be. Looking forward to it. Thinking about also selling this Ralph shirt with a picture on it. Also there's a Uniqlo rain spinner or something. A white Ralph personality shirts around here don't sell very high. I think the popular one is a work shirt like this. Sold this for about 500 yen. 10 or 20 years ago it didn't sell at all. It's very popular now. Something like a Ralph shirt is at the center of it. Shirts are 13 pieces. Let's try to sell 13 pieces. The last one are the pants. Unexpectedly, there were no linen pants in this place, which is usually a brand. I think I bought it at the Leaks store or something. It's not denim and I really don't wear it, so I think I'm going to sell it. Here's some shorts, vintage shorts, more like vintage swimming pants. Should I really do this? It comes with these kind of supporters on the interior. It doesn't have any lining, so the cut is quite raw. These vintage swim pants have some pretty extreme and interesting designs. These kind of pieces are generally popular among shorts, especially vintage shorts these days. Then there's Patagonia buggy shorts. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7 items in total. Seven pairs of pants. I'm planning on having 26 t-shirts. And 13 shirts, around 45 points to round it all up. In my estimation, summer stuff is not really expensive. I'm setting a goal of about 20,000 or 20,000 yen. I think I'm going to try this, so let's go sell it straight away. This is Harajuku Station. Haven't been here in a while. Harajuku Station has really cleaned up since they changed it. Kyoto Station. If you leave Harajuku Station and turn left. The station front has changed, hasn't it? This is Harajuku, right? This is Uniqlo, right? There's IKEA too. And there's also a Gap. Nostalgic, isn't it? Cross the pedestrian crossing here and go left. This is Takeshita Street. This time I must explore it and experience the world. This family has nice smiles, don't they? This is also Grizzly, a vintage clothes shop from Osaka. There are still vintage clothing shops sprinkled around the street. Yamahisa is great, isn't it? There was a vintage clothes shop in Osaka, right? It's quite popular in Harajuku recently. It used to be a large shop, but now it's smaller. On the left side, eating crepes is essential. There are many tank fashion clothing shops on the left side of the shop. This shop still resembles the vivid Harajuku of the 80s, I think. end of Takashita Street is this crossroad. If you go straight from here, you'll reach Cat Street. It's between Purple Sports and New Balance. If you go left at Purple Sports, you'll find Tonchan Street. I think I'll go there later. Go straight and then turn right. That's Cat Street. Walk a bit further and you'll reach my destination, 2nd Street Harajuku store. Let's go down to the basement. The luggage was super heavy. It will take more than an hour for the assessment. I think I'll go out to eat. When I go to Harajuku, approximately 80% of the time I have a favorite shop I go to. I'll go there this time too. I'm going back the way I came from. That's New Balance on the left. It's here. It's a right turn, it's a right side, it's a Purple Sport, it's a look, if you go through this side road there, this is Tonchan Street, this entrance. Mr. Sashimi's in the Showa area here. I often go to the City Chinese. This is not good. It's really the best with this ramen. It's just like that. I think I'll take a look at the street. And this is the R of Vindage on the right. There are quite a lot of rag items here, but this left boss stop is also a very famous second-hand clothing store, Mr. Ms. In other words, if there is Vindage on the right side, this is the main store. If you go a little further, there is a second-hand clothing store called Kim Sarah on the right, Mr. Ms. There are a few Tonchan streets, but I feel like I'm going around most of the time right now. So Tonchan Street is a short street, so it's the end here. I thought I'd go left here and go back to the center of Harajuku again, but my stomach was a little full, so I wanted to take a break. No, this day was amazing. There were people smoking on the street. There were a lot of security guards. If you are a smoker, let's smoke in a smoking place. And Harajuku and Omotesando are surprisingly, there are a lot of smoking areas, so there are a lot of people who hide and throw them away. It's quite a high risk of getting caught. Now that I'm done undressing, I think I'll take a look at the thrift store again, YM Square. There is Mr. and Ms. Kim under there. I've been curious about going and making progress on Jack. When was it built? And it's a famous second-hand clothing store in Osaka. Nothing was there this time. Okay. Let's return to Takashita Street, maybe around the middle of Takashita Street. This pink staircase is a characteristic, but in the lower left of this building there is a staircase, Chicago Mr. Ms. It's down here. Alright, I went back to Cat Street for a bit. This is the left sidewalk. It's a shop built relatively recently. Many entertainers on YouTube, a shop filled with t-shirts. If you go straight from there to Cat Street, Shibuya, there's Chicago Mr. Slashon again. And well, Chicago Mr. Sasha has for my teenage years, I've been shopping there. Instead of saying it has lots of vintage, it has more regular customers. Well, it's a store that uses the price range and its current value as a reference for shopping. from a long time ago. They have traditional clothing and such, very abundant. Alright, the evaluation is done. It's evaluation 5. I'll inform you of the appraisal amount later. I think I will tell you later. It has changed for a long time. There on the left you see a satisfaction. Finally, it's done. On this left side, there's Chicago, Mr. Noise. The old underground shop isn't there anymore. I'm a bit lonely. Okay, I'm pretty tired, so I think I'll go home. This Harajuku station has gotten cleaner. In old days, it was really fragile, but it had a good taste. Okay, let's go home. Please come again. Yo, I'm back. At 2nd Street in Harajuku, I sold some used clothes. I made a complete miscalculation. They said they were doing a buy high campaign, but it's only for clothing and accessories. So there's no up assessment this time. Too bad. Well, I hesitated for a moment. Should I go? Should I make this video? Should I go when I go? But I thought, well, this is okay too, and I sold them. The total points were about 40. I returned some, so the total was 44 points. I sold them, and I was aiming for about 20,000 yen, about that much. I figured I could recoup the money I spent. I had looked at it loosely, but the result of the sale was this. It was 54,700 yen. Isn't that great? No, it was a fantastic result. Indeed, they do good appraisals. Honestly, the Harajuku store really knows their vintage. There's this item column in the appraisal breakdown, but there were no 1 yen appraisals or 10 yen items this time. They priced everything, so it got quite high. Alright. For the time being, the most expensive was a t-shirt for both of them. Even when I was throwing away the t-shirt at the opening, it was 5,000 yen I bought that one. Or over 10 years ago, I think I bought it for about 10,000 yen. So I made a little money. And then the 1 or 2 guys from the Champion Tricot tag, that's what they call a body. But it's also 5,000 yen. This one doesn't rotate or wrap, so it's hot. Well, you bought it for almost the lowest price, about 400 yen. It was good. It was good. I'm pretty satisfied with the result. There were some items I returned, but this is the result. If you shop with a little knowledge of second-hand clothes and vintage, I think the cost of the outfit will be rather positive. Yeah, even if it becomes negative, the selling price is higher than the buying price. So that wearing period is, I think the biggest attraction of used clothing is being able to buy them at a really low price. So I'm going to show you quite a bit I've been shopping. And I'm going to show you I've been buying quite a bit of second-hand clothes, even outside of my videos. So there are some guys I couldn't introduce all of them. This time the items purchased in July are not included, but I bought this t-shirt. This is the one that was a hero before. This one with an XL notation, made in the USA. It's a 90s single stitch. I wasn't really looking for this, but it was in the back of my head. Heroes are actually 9 years old. This is also that run, but it's the first 199. I've been doing Power Rangers for 3 to 4 years. It's America's Hero Squadron, and this is also quite an anecdote, but it's actually I don't think I'll be able to understand people of my age in that Hero Squadron, but I'm a Jew Ranger. There was a Hero Squadron, but it was done in 1992, so it's a complete parody of that. A tribute to this Power Rangers from America. If the director is, well, I wanted to get permission from the director of this Hero Squadron to do it in the United States. In the American version, it is called Power Rangers. I took a picture of it, so if you look it up on YouTube or Power Rangers, it's going up, so if you can take a look at it. I think it's interesting, and it's probably the first one that came out. It's a t-shirt. It's good. It's good. Vintage TI Wind and Rain Week in vintage t-shirt. Also 8. Everyone likes to attack places that don't seem to have vintage collectors. So I bought this one, and I got another one. It's a patent shirt. I wonder where this is, and I wonder if it has been written. I didn't write it as made in, but at first glance I thought it was probably made in the United States. 7060s or something like that. It's about a shirt. It's not as small as the size S, but it's okay. I bought it because the color of the pattern and body was the coolest. In this way, it is the monster of Secast that you just buy it when the appraisal amount is good. I go to the Harajuku store a lot, especially Mr. Irons, and I go both to sell and to buy. Compared to other vintage shops, it is about 10% or 20% cheaper. I think it would be cheaper if there was the same thing. If you like, please take a look at Mr. M's. I often think, if you search on Secast or Google or something, the purchase is terrible, or you don't buy it at all. In fact, I think that's the current situation. If you sell the right thing, they will put a good price on it. The criteria are, I think there are various theories about this, but with the knowledge I have, I think they want to sell it at 3 times the price as the store. It's rough. Take a rough look. So, if you want to sell it for about 6,000 yen, I think it is about basic to buy it for 2,000 yen. So I looked at the purchase price like this. I know that you probably want to sell it at about this price. If the price is less than 1/3 of the price I bought, I don't think I should sell it. I also tried to negotiate a little lightly with the guy who returned this time, thinking that this appraisal was a little cheaper and that it could be sold at a little higher price. Of course, I think it depends on the clerk, Mr. Ms. But if you ask me to return this and this, is there an amount you want? How much do I plan to sell it for? I would like to ask you a question and roughly how much you want to ask. No, I said that it would sell at a higher price. There is also a way to make such a proposal and aim to increase the purchase. Even if you just say that it is unnecessarily cheap and you bought it for this amount, it is still a store. After that, there is the matter of selling, and how much it can be sold for is very important. So I think it is completely impossible to know the amount of money that can be sold and negotiate firmly. This time, we didn't agree on that, so I put it back in my hands. That's the technique. You have to have a lot of knowledge, and you have to be at Yahoo or Mercari. I think it's a good idea to negotiate because it's selling at this price range. That's the way it is. This time, it was more than I wanted, so I'm very satisfied. That's what I mean. I hope that everyone would like to comment on the results of shopping or selling at Secas. Very encouraging, and I wish you all the best. Thank you for watching today's video. We look forward to your next video. Nice, this t-shirt.